brother and sister dartists. Thank you for watching this video. Today we're going to talk about the grip. In other words, how do you hold the dart by the shaft before you throw it at the dartboard? It sounds like kind of a silly thing. You grab the dart, you throw it. What's the big deal? Well, I'm here to tell you, it can make all the difference in the world. Let's start with what is the goal of the throw. It's to hit what you're aiming at. And I will tell you this, there is nothing that I've experienced that will have more impact on your ability to hit that target than your grip. Now, if you do some research, you're going to find out that the pros tell you, hold it so that it's comfortable. And that is really good advice, and I highly recommend that when you do find the proper grip for you, that it be comfortable. But there's a trick to that. They didn't finish that sentence. They should have said, hold it so that it is comfortable when you're throwing. Okay? That sounds obvious, but it's not, because for the first year of my dart throwing, I held the dart so that it was comfortable holding the dart, not aiming the dart, but holding the dart. That involved the thumb and the ring finger on the bottom, my middle finger and my index finger on the top. A common method of gripping the dart. There's a problem with this, in my case at least. It's very comfortable holding it right now. The problem is, if I'm aiming at the center of the screen, this dart is not aimed there. And if I adjust it so that it is pointed at the screen, if I concentrate, I can feel a strain in my muscle in my forearm here. That is not comfortable, okay? Back here, very comfortable. Here, feel a little tinge in my forearm. So, this is what I'm talking about. You need to be comfortable when you're aiming at the screen, and in this case, this is the way I threw for a year. It is not comfortable. Once again, it's comfortable there. Now, so what? What's the big deal about not aiming, not being comfortable when I'm aiming at the target? I'm going to show you. Okay, I'm going to use this little fishing rod to demonstrate the impact of switching my grip and how it changes the aim. As I mentioned, this is the way I used to hold my darts. This is very comfortable. You see where the dart is aimed. Move it up here and it's not comfortable. I can feel it in my arm right here. So how did I fix this? It's quite simple. First of all, I moved this finger up here. That automatically raises it up. And then when I bring my pinky up like this, it naturally just swings the rod over that way. So now I can aim at my target and be comfortable. Once again, when I go back to this, it aims down there. If the dartboard were there, this would be the way to hold the dart. But moving up this way, I'm able to bring it towards the target. Let me add this to try and help you with the grip. I showed you the ultimate dart, the fishing rod, to show you the extremes and the angles, but you can see it here even when I'm just using this dart here. Here's the old way that I used to hold it. Now I'm going to go to this, up it comes, okay? That's comfortable. Now, since you're not going to be taking your fishing rod to the dart court, probably, I want to show you another little trick here that you can subconsciously, hopefully, but for a while you may have to do this consciously. When I'm in my comfortable position now, I have a scope here, like the scope you have on a rifle. I'm not aiming like this, unless I've had way too much to drink, but still I can see that there's a scope there aimed in that general direction. When I'm back to this position here, look where my scope is aimed. I would never hunt animals with scope aimed at that direction. I would want it up here. So that's another benefit from here. So dart throwing in my mind is all about aiming, relaxing, and releasing. Okay? What we've talked about today certainly will assist in your relaxing. Okay? If you are aiming and you are relaxed, you're going to throw better. If you can't relax, you're going to struggle with that relaxing thing. And I think that's what I struggled with for that 1 year. I was aiming, but I wasn't relaxing because I knew that when I went to make my throw, I was going to be doing something very different than this. And I was kind of scared of it. I knew it was going to hurt. So, aim, relax, release. Aim, relax, and release. The grip's going to go a long way to help you take control of those three aspects of dart throwing. I hope you're not disappointed that I didn't tell you you need to hold the dart this way or that way. It's a very personal thing. Everybody's got to find the right way for them, because there is no right or wrong way to hold the dart. Obviously, though, as I preached throughout this video, you have to find a grip that is comfortable to you when you're aiming at the dartboard. So try all the different ways that feel good to you. Find the one that is comfortable. Start using that. Give it a chance. I always tell people, throw for 50 games whenever you change something. If you try and you say after 10 games this just isn't working, well, you haven't really given it a fair chance in my mind. So 50 games minimum. If you find something that you think is a good grip, you start throwing and you feel some pain, obviously you need to go back to a different method of holding the dart. But if you find something that feels comfortable when you're aiming and you're just not happy with where you're hitting the target, don't change until you've given it at least 50 games to see if it's going to come around. Because a lot of times after 10 games, it's not going to be the results that's going to happen down the road. So give it a fair chance. Now, the final thing that I'm going to suggest is that it is critical that you always hold the dart the same way every time. So once you find the method that works for you, you need to figure out where on the shaft do your fingers go and your thumb for that grip that you're going to adopt. And you need to make sure that every time you hold the dart getting ready to throw, that it is that same grip, that the fingers are in the exact same positions every time. If your fingers are moving around, getting close to that spot, but you're not concentrating on making sure it's the same exact spot every time, you're going to be less accurate. if there's anything I hope you take out of this video, it's the fact that if you are throwing and it hurts anywhere on your arm or your shoulder or your back, you need to change your grip. It's the grip that is probably causing that pain. So with that said, good luck to you, and never stop throwing.